right, welcome back to Good Morning Wilmington. Our last guest this morning is here to talk about her landscape and where you can get the best products for a great price. We have the manager of Delaware Hardscape Supply, Taylor Thompson. Welcome, Taylor.
Hi, thank you.
Welcome to Good Morning Wilmington. Welcome to DETV.
How'd you get the day off?
I don't have a day off. I gotta go back to work.
Okay.
I haven't been to work.
You're like, I've already been to work twice and back. Well, we're so glad you made the time to join us on Good Morning Wilmington.
Yeah.
So before we dive into what is Delaware Hardscape Supply, let's talk about you, a little bit about you, and who is Taylor?
So I have two sons.
Okay.
A 6-year-old and an 8-year-old.
All right.
And I recently got married last year. And I actually enjoy doing my own landscaping at home, and I cannot afford a landscaper, so it's helpful that having products available, so I can do it myself. And such a sensation when it's all done to know that you completed it and it looks wonderful. And then, so I've been at my job 15 years now.
Okay. Are you from Delaware?
I am.
Okay, born and raised?
Yes.
Where'd you go to high school?
Newark.
Newark High School, the famous question we ask, right? Oh, you're from Delaware? Where'd you go to high school, right?
Everyone knows each other by where'd you go to high school, and then you figure it out from there,
Newark
right?
High School. And then I grew up in Pike Creek, down in that area.
Okay.
I still somewhat live in that area.
And you never left?
No.
So
it's a little hard to leave.
Yes,
Delaware
it is.
Pretty perfect.
Right? Right, Caitlin?
Absolutely.
We're like, yes, we know. But that's okay because you're rooted like that. Yeah. You're rooted. So it only makes sense that you have been so loyal to this business. So let's talk about the business. Okay. And obviously you've been there for 15 years and you're the manager there, but I'm sure it started a little differently before you became the manager. So tell us that story.
Yeah, so back 15 years ago, I got laid off from my job and I needed a job. And this job came up, and that was back before, I don't even remember if I applied. It was Craigslist or something like that.
Okay.
They didn't even have Indeed or anything fancy. And so it came up, and I had no idea what landscaping was, but they were hiring for an admin. I was like, why not? And so started out like that, and then just kept going.
So tell us a little bit more about Delaware Hardscape Supply.
Sure. So we sell, our purpose is to be the destination for people to come and purchase their landscape products, obviously, because we're a business, but every business needs a purpose. So we want to be more than a supplier. So we help people educate them on the proper, it's just rocks, but really it's not just rocks. All rocks have purpose. Same thing with mulch, soil. So we get a lot of calls. People are just like, I just need dirt.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot more to just dirt than dirt. So we're really there to try and educate people on what the proper items that they need for their project. Also, if you're trying to do more than just basic and you want to spruce up your landscaping, maybe you want to put in some stepping stones or boulders or whatever, and you found an idea on like Pinterest or your neighbors, and you come with us with a picture, we will help you select your products and really give you a good experience. And it's all about the experience. And then I even had this year a guy come, I remembered him. Last year he came in, he's like, I just want to put in like a 3x3 patio just for my landing. And I was like, you can do it. And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, you can do it. So this year he came back and he was like, I don't know if you remember me, but here's my patio, here's my landing, and you just really supported me, and I did it.
So you don't necessarily offer services to actually do the landscaping, right? It's just more of offering the supplies and the materials.
Yeah.
But you do guide your customers.
Yeah.
It seems like that's, it's like almost like a coach, right? Okay, we're going to cheer you on. Here are the materials.
This
so
is what you point,
you point them in the right direction.
Right. And I mean, there's plenty of people out there that can afford a landscaper, but there's also plenty of people that can't afford a landscaper, so they have to learn how to do it themselves. And there's me personally, like I said, there's nothing more enjoyable than driving up when you're done work and your landscaping's all done. You have nice beds, things like that.
See, I am not a homeowner yet. I live in I guess you would say an apartment, so I haven't had the opportunity to experience, I guess you would say, putting together landscaping yet, right? Yet.
We're getting there.
We're getting there, right? However, my parents, they have landscaping, and they're getting older now, so they can't really get out there. But I know that they have educated educated me a little bit about the difference between certain rocks, like you mentioned. So do you offer a variety of rocks and mulches? I guess you would say mulch
we
and
have
whatnot.
22 bins of products.
Wow, okay.
So that's a mix of different stones, rocks, gravel, whatever people want to call it. Some of it's considered decorative, so your
Right.
like river jacks and things like that are like decorative, versus where you just have your plain gravel, which is generally used for shed bases, driveway bases, things like that. Or if you have a boat, Newcastle County requires you to put gravel down, so we have like things like that.
Do you have resources for someone that obviously wants to, I guess you would say, maybe pick up all their supplies for their project, but they can't physically, I guess you would say, construct it at their house? Do you have resources or contacts that you can point them in that direction?
We refer them.
Okay.
We try and find out first where they live, and then they're like kind of like their budget style. Or size, because you don't want to offer them a landscaper that's going to charge them $50,000 and their budget's $10,000.
Right. Yes.
Right.
So but we also want to make sure we're giving them a recommendation of a qualified landscaper, not somebody that's going to take their money and like things like that.
Now, today we've had 2 guests so far who talked about what their organization does or their foundation does to give back to the community. Does Delaware Hardscape Supply give back to the community in any way?
So we're really working on it, getting there. We need to find our right path, I guess, because there's so many different things you can do.
Absolutely.
So right now, just as a free tool to get out there, we have a YouTube page. I put a lot of educational things on YouTube for people.
Yes, that's valuable.
On our Facebook page, there's a lot of videos, Instagram. So a lot of people can reach us and view DIY tips and facts and things like that. But per se, really, money-wise, giving back, we haven't gotten to that step yet, or really where we want to go with that, in what direction.
But you're providing valuable education, resources, and guidance, which I think, to me, that's priceless.
Absolutely.
It really is. To be able to go to you and you will provide me with a resource or a trusted contact, trusted, keyword, trusted, because not everyone is honest.
No, I've seen some horror stories lately.
Right. So I think that alone is giving back. But you're able to give someone a trusted contact that I can't, like my parents, they can't go outside and, I guess you would say, create the landscape anymore because they're much older now, but they want someone that they can trust near their home.
And really keeping up your landscaping. If you say older people sometimes tend to sell their homes, it really helps with the budget. So like it can increase your home value by like 14% when someone drives up and they're like, oh wow, like it's just breathtaking going up.
It's about appearance, you know, and making the outside of your home look appealing, you know, to the naked eye. It's means something. It absolutely means something. It's very valuable. Me and my mom, we love to go house hunting.
Okay.
And just drive, and drive through just different neighborhoods. And she's like, see the house? That's what I want you to get.
What's the first thing you notice?
The
landscaping, right? That's the first impression, right?
That's the first thing that people see. It's what's on the outside that makes people want to go and say, let me go check out what's on the inside. Because if it looks this beautiful on the outside with all the bushes and the rocks and the flowers and the nice clean cut lawn or whatever the case may be, it makes the person want to say, well, if the outside is this beautiful, they manage and take care of it this much, the inside of their home has to look
maybe match.
Maybe
match. But at least you know that the exterior part of the home looks beautiful just from the landscaping, right?
Absolutely. And I love that, you know, outside of, you know, money or just giving, you know, tips. Well, you are giving tips on social media, on YouTube, as you said, and that's very helpful to a lot of people who don't necessarily know what they're doing. I mean, you mentioned before, you know, not everyone has the budget or $50,000 to hire somebody to, you know, do something for them. But watching your educational videos on YouTube is very, very helpful in a way. It is giving back.
Right.
It absolutely is to those who really aren't 100% sure what they're doing, but you know, at least have the will and the guts to go and attempt to do it on
Some
their
of
own.
it is very gutty.
Oh, yes.
Because it's a lot of work.
Yeah, some of the projects that come through, I'm like, you probably should invest in somebody to do it.
True.
But that means you're honest.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to stay honest, because you would hate, and even for the reputation of the business, you would hate to misguide them or mislead them. So it's important to always stay honest. And I know that, you know, you've been doing this for 15 years, and that speaks volumes of your character, who you are as a person to this one business. 15 years and staying loyal means a lot. And I see that as a small business owner as a beautiful thing. So hats off to you, but hats off to the business for doing, you know, what they've been doing to, you know, to maintain that loyalty on your end. So let's talk about information about the business, their hours of operation, and how can people connect.
Sure. So we're open Monday through Friday,
Okay.
7 to 5. And then Saturdays, currently we're open on Saturdays,
Okay.
7 to 12. But obviously we're a seasonal business, so in the wintertime we do cut down a little bit on hours, but you can still always reach us. Or have deliveries or pickup or just tour the yard. Some people like to get ready for the spring, check out what's available, get ideas going, especially when the winters are mild, which sometimes we get a mild winter.
Do you think we'll get a mild winter?
I don't think so this year. I really don't think so.
Saying that.
I'm sorry, Vincenza. I know you like it warm, but
I don't like the
the
snow.
way this weather, I think this is about the warmest day it's going to be for a good,
So it's a
good
tease.
while.
All this week's supposed to be in like the 50s, but we haven't had a cold winter in a while. So.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It might
Oh,
be
boy.
The year 2022.
Okay. What's the address and what's the phone number? Real quick, tell our viewers
So
address and phone number.
we're in Ellesmere, so it's really hard for the address because everybody gets really confused. So it's 401, and then it's B and O lane. So like the railroad track, the letter B, the word and then the letter O.
Got it.
People are like, Bando? I'm like, no. B- and then the phone number is 302, obviously,
Okay.
996-6464.
Excellent.
And then you can reach us on our Facebook page. You can reach us through
Social media.
yeah,
and
anywhere.
whatnot. I'm sure if we
our
could
website,
go to
you
Google,
can-
Delaware
yeah.
Hardscape
You
Supply,
can
and
reach
it'll
us
pop
through
up.
Google as well. Oh yeah, we really push for online because we're in a little pocket, so we're hard to find. So we really push to be out there online where people can find us.
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent.
Well, we're glad you joined us today and put Delaware Hardscape Supply on this platform. You know, allows more people, our viewers, to come and check out your business and kind of see what they can do to spruce up their landscape. you know.
Exactly. Taylor, thank you so much for joining
thank
us.
you. It was
Of
fun.
course.
What's up, everyone? It's your main man, Big Ob, the talk of the town, Mr. DETVCH.com, and I'm here with my wonderful and amazing co-host.
Vincenza.
We just stopped by to tell you to be sure, if you want any information on what's going on in Wilmington and to meet some dynamic people doing some amazing and great things, be sure to watch us live on Good Morning Wilmington on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m.
Oh, Ivan, 10 a.m.
Which he said, 10 a.m.
Listen to me. That's why he has me here. But yes, tune in live, 10 a.m. Monday and Wednesday on Good Morning Wilmington.
DETVCH.com.